beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. Crowd rises for the national anthem of Portugal. Well, that has got the juices flowing, and now this. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction, and hopefully the style of contest.
So off we go then. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
For this guy, João Felix, Peter, freedom of movement is key. When he's at his most prolific and dangerous, he tends to drift out a lot, stretching defences and exploiting space. You wonder how much space he's going to be afforded here. I guess they'll be planning on shutting him down.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. Alexandro. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Bruno Fernandes. Nuno Mendes. Vitinha. Pedro Neto. João Cancelo. And he thumps it clear. Pedro Neto hangs one in.
I think those reactions say it all. He didn't wait for the support, and the chance is gone begging.
Gabriel moved on forwards. And it's played forward. Oh, and he's asking too much with that. Pedro Neto. João Neves. Bruno Fernandes. Has ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Gabriel. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Bruno Fernandes. Marquinhos with the clearance. Out to the left it goes. Mendes, it's a delicate pass. Oh, shooting chance! And it's a goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one. Brazil are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Gabriel looks to the other side. Danilo charging forward down that flank. The ball is loose. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. That's a good run down the left. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Alexandro. Oh, terrible pass. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Pedro Neto. João Felix. Vitinha. That's really well manoeuvred. Rafinha. Matheus Cunha. João Neves. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. And it's gone back to the keeper. Gabriel. Vinicius Junior. Vega makes the interception. João Cancelo. Gonçalo Inácio. João Cancelo. Gonçalo Inácio. Vitinha shifted upfield. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Vinicius Junior. Matheus Cunha. Casemiro. Rafinha. And it's Danilo. Vinicius Junior! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Rafinha. Casemiro. Vinicius Junior. Alexandro. Vinicius Junior. Casemiro. And here's Rafinha. Can he finish? And it's hoisted clear.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal. Really are pushing their fullbacks forward now.
Aiming to do what?
Well, it's a case of engaging your opponents further up the pitch to take the sting out of opposition attacks. It's effectively a wide press.
Rafinha. João Pedro. Spread out to the left. João Cancelo does really well to win the ball there. Gonçalo Inácio. Vega. Brazil are already chasing the game. Long time to go.
Well, I would think, Peter, that this team needs help from the experience within. That should help begin the recovery at least.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Over to the left. Alexandro. Matches goes for a shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Dealt with nicely by the defence. And here's Casemiro. Tries to get it clear. Goes for goal! Rafinha. Chance to shoot! Defending of the desperate variety. And the finish! Mendes getting this one clear. Matheus Cunha. He has found a way through. João Cancelo did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Vitinha, aim forwards. Great defending, strong and determined. Marquinhos. Vinicius Junior. Rafinha. First quarter of an hour gone. Oh, that's nice. And here's Vinicius Junior. Applies the finish! And the ball's come loose here. That's really well cleared. Ball's gone out of play. Vinicius Junior. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Played out wide. Proves too strong. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Gabriel forwards and with intent. Vinicius Junior. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Vitinha played out to the left flank. Bruno Fernandes spread out to the left. Oh, what a climb! They've scored! And this is getting better and better.
Portugal, well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Portugal are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Now that's well seen too. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Brazil clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And here's Neto. And it's Neves. Decent chance! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Pedro Neto. Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes! Denied by an instinctive save.
Bruno Fernandes clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And it's been taken short. And that has been cleared. Serves up across. Cleared away. And it's Vitinha. Steaming on goalwards. Cristiano Ronaldo. Vitinha! Gets it away. Nuno Mendes. And here's Bruno Fernandes. Danilo tries to dink it through. That's a nicely weighted pass. Ball played right into his path. Rafinha. Vinicius Junior. Out to the left it goes. Alexandro. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. And that's going to be a booking. He does seem to be in considerable discomfort. So hope it's nothing serious. And out it comes again. And here comes the corner. Terrific save from the keeper.
João Pedro really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
That has been knocked clear. And it's Danilo. Casemiro, clearly not happy with that. Marquinhos. João Neves. Vitinha. Nuno Mendes. Vega. Vega, gently done. Rafinha. João Pedro. Oh, good spread. He's got away. That'll be a corner. Joao Felix getting this one clear. Vega. Thinks one through. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Clipped into space. Nuno Mendes tries a cross. Marquinhos is there, and he can get that clear. Gabriel. Aim forwards. Vitinha moved on forwards. Joao Felix. Played into space out wide. Deflected behind for a corner kick. Deftly away. Pedro Neto, backward it goes. And it's Mendes. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Alexandro shifted upfield. Alexandro. And it's played into the middle. That'll be a corner. Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, a delicate chip through. Marquinhos gets over and intercepts. Rafinha. Matheus Cunha. Rafinha wins the duel this time. And he cuts out the supply. Vega. And it's played forward. Vega. Joao Neves, forwards and with intent. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Gabriel. Vinicius Junior. Well timed, excellent interception. Gonzalo Inacio. Bruno Fernandes, given the lift of his goal, played out to the right. Alexandro. 15 minutes till half-time. Rafinha, out to the right. He's found a way through. Well, they could break here. Vitinha, well, nicely intercepted. Alexandro. That's really well manoeuvred. Now who's going to be first to this? Played into the middle. Vega getting this one clear. Nice physical challenge. Matheus Cunha. Bruno Fernandes. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Vinicius Junior. Rafinha. Now it's Joao Pedro. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
Well, conceding free kicks in areas like that are an invitation to the set-piece technicians. They have to cut this out.
Vitinha. Pedro Neto. João Neves. Moved on forwards. And here's Bruno Fernandes. João Felix. Lovely feet. Vitinha. And here's Neto. Mendes. Oh, cracking ball. João Pedro. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. And they've got rid. And it's Bruno Fernandes. João Neves. And here's Bruno Fernandes. Oh, they could... And the shot! And it's played forward. Matheus Cunha, the most accurate pass. Vega. João Cancelo is onto it in a flash. Brazil are still behind as we reach out for half-time. Now then, the ball's come loose. João Neves. João Neves. Played out to the right. João Felix. Takes a shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
João Felix actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
João Felix delivers. Well read. The danger is averted. Now it's João Pedro. Marquinhos. Gabriel forwards and with intent. Pedro Neto. Vitinha. Vitinha played out towards the right wing, and it's Cancelo. Vinicius Junior does really well to win the ball there. Matheus Cunha. Danilo. Now he's wondering who wants it. He's being urged to shoot. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Inacio shifted upfield. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Matheus Cunha. Vinicius Junior. João Pedro spread out to the left. Vega can get it clear. Alexandro. Caught offside that time. Cristiano Ronaldo. Gonzalo Inacio. Inacio, gently done. Gabriel. Alexandro.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Pedro Neto. Gets a good foot in there. Vinicius Junior. Casemiro. Rafinha. Casemiro. And it's Danilo. Danilo looking up to see who wants it. Rafinha. Time to deliver. Danilo. He's had a shot! Ah, it was a decent attempt at the end.
João Pedro did really well to stretch the play, and it gave those in the middle a real chance.
Vega, aim forwards. Vitinha. Vitinha, gently done. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Vinicius Junior. Now it's Rafinha. And he's managed to get free. Danilo, and it's lofted through here. Inacio attempts a clearance. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Alexandro, chance! Mendes gets it clear. Chance to play it in. Danilo. Vinicius Junior. Matheus Cunha! Alexandro tries a cross. João Neves tries to clear. Vega. Vega, he's gone direct here. Referee's had a look. And he's blown his whistle for half-time. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
And the second half gets underway.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Casemiro. Vinicius Junior. Gabriel. Vega. João Felix. João Pedro. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Tries a measured ball. He's having a shot! Oh, it just wouldn't sit for him.
Vinicius Junior really had a decent crack at that. It was a full-blooded effort.
Nice control. It'll be a throw-in. Pedro Neto. And here's It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Another save. Gabriel gets it away. That's a throw. And that's left him on the seat of his pants. And here's João Felix. Cross in, looks like a good one. Gabriel is there and he can get that clear. Can he spark a counter here? Over to the left. Looking here to chip it through. Rafinha. And the ball is out of play. Marquinhos. Danilo. Spread out to the left. Pedro Neto, who's set up one goal so far. That has been cut short. João Pedro. Alexandro. And he's there to get it away. It's gone out for a throw-in. That's very neat. Brilliantly cut out. Out to the left it goes. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Brazil seem to have deployed this as a tactic that may need reconsideration.
Gabriel. Marquinhos. Gabriel. Alexandro chasing after it. And it's Danilo. Danilo with the cross. Gets it away. João Felix. Nuno Mendes. João Felix. Lobbed in behind. Oh, he's found support out wide. Nuno Mendes. Incoming delivery. Gabriel attempts a clearance. Vitinha. Lovely, now then. Ronaldo played out to the left flank. Oh, sweet feet. There are a few waiting for it. João Felix! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Casemiro. Danilo. Needs a bit of penetration to go with all this possession. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Pedro Neto. João Cancelo. Vitinha. Over to the left. Oh, red. Nice interception. Oh, good spread. Rafinha in acres of space out wide. A header! That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Pedro Neto. He can run onto that. Cristiano Ronaldo. Pedro Neto. That's a nicely weighted pass. Alisson claims it, and the danger passes. Gabriel, and he goes cross-field. Danilo is onto it in a flash. And here's Rafinha. And here's Rafinha. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior! Could be danger here. Plenty waiting in the middle. Has a shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Marquinhos forwards and with intent. And here's Vinicius Junior.
João Pedro really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And it's been played through. And it's Danilo. João Felix. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Moved on forwards, calmly anticipates. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Chooses to go back. Matheus Cunha. He's still got it, needs help. Foot in. Bruno Fernandes. Played out to the right. He's shifting through the gears here. Pedro Neto. Hoisted in. Up he goes! Yes! And the lead is extended still further. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Portugal find a position of real strength now. Throw it. And it's played forward. João Neves. Almost an hour gone. Inacio chooses to go cross-field. That is a great pick out. Great challenge, time to perfection. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Nuno Mendes.
Portugal will think that now's the time to shut up shop. Just ensure you see this out without any more incident.
Portugal have somehow to break through, though. João Cancelo, now he's off and running. João Cancelo is sporting a guilty look after that.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
That's not going far. That's good play. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Keeper's dealt with that. Now it's Vitinha. Vitinha. João Felix. João Neves. Gabriel with the clearance. João Neves. Did well to step in there, that was more than necessary. Vinicius Junior, probing pass. And he's heaved it away. João Neves. That's really well manoeuvred. Pedro Neto, he's onside! Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Pedro Neto, he is through here. Rafinha. Vinicius Junior. Moved on forwards. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Bruno Fernandes! Bruno Fernandes with a beautifully timed run. Gabriel forwards and with intent. Vinicius Junior. Well, that is not the best ball. He offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have... Tries a shot! That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. João Cancelo. Pedro Neto. João Neves. Gonçalo Inácio. Inácio, gently done. Alexandro. And it's played forward. Alexandro delivers. Vega clears it away. Great defending, strong and determined. João Felix. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. This looks promising. A searching ball out wide. Mendes gets into some space. And it's Mendes. João Neves. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Casemiro. Rafinha. That has found him in acres of space. It clear. There's the shot! Bruno Fernandes. Gonçalo Inácio. Played towards the other side. João Cancelo. João Neves. Pedro Neto. Gonçalo Inácio. Pedro Neto. He's going to be disappointed with that. João Pedro. Gabriel. Casemiro. Marquinhos. Marquinhos played over towards the opposite flank. Gonçalo Inácio. Vega, aim forwards. Looking for a decent ball in. It's a good-looking delivery. Gabriel tries to clear. Rafinha. Marquinhos. Nuno Mendes. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. João Felix, spread out to the left. He is just caressing the ball. Oh, a delicate chip through. And he shoots! It's a goal! Yet another goal in an awesome performance. They are in complete charge. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence. We were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Out for a throw. Alexandro cuts it out. That's really well manoeuvred. And it's Danilo. João Pedro. Rafinha! Oh, terrific save.
Look, they seem set on a tactic that's not really yielding any results. You'd imagine they're targeting a weakness, but they look a weakness themselves.
Vega, gently done. João Felix. Nuno Mendes. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Out to the left it goes. That's tidy. João Felix. Chance, surely! Keeper always had the measure of that.
Portugal really have been deserted by their composure and allowed frustration to take over, and it's not a good sign.
Vinicius Junior. Chance for a shot! Oh, impressive strike.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Danilo cuts out the pass. Rafinha. Matches could... And the shot! Oh, there was plenty on that.
Brazil have obviously gone down this shooting route in the hope of exposing a flaw or two. I think the best thing they can do is just move to plan B.
He's shifting through the gears here. And that was very necessary. Alexandro gets across to intercept that. João Pedro. Searching pass he's played there. Can he deliver? There's the header! It's a clearance, but not much of one. Rafinha played out towards the right wing. Oh, really cute. What a lovely series of passes. So who's he picking out? Danilo, and that's aimed into the middle. Vitinha getting this one clear. Brazil can make their change now with a break in play.
Yeah, it's about time I think we saw some activity from the bench, but it's debatable as to what level of impact can be made from here. It's pretty late.
And it's Danilo. Matheus Cunha. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Rafinha. Vinicius Junior! João Cancelo. Pedro Neto. Out towards the flank. João Cancelo. And it's hoisted clear. Portugal have got it back and they'll have another go. Pedro Neto shoots! Pulled out the best in the keeper.
Portugal have found chances hard to come by, so that's perfectly understandable.
Pedro Neto.
Brazil are certainly now looking like a sorry lot. They haven't got a proper defence or attack, for that matter.
Nuno Mendes. Ball's out, it'll be a throw-in again. Brazil making consecutive changes here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
João Felix. There's no getting past him. It's really well defended. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Now it's João Pedro. Vinicius Junior! Oh, denied at the last. Marquinhos plays it short. Has a quick glance. And it's Marquinhos. Purring through the gears. The final 5 minutes. João Cancelo shifted upfield. He's got away. Gets his head on it! It wasn't a great header in the end. Casemiro. Gabriel. Marquinhos aimed forwards. Now that's well seen too. Vega. João Neves. João Cancelo. João Neves. Played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Nuno Mendes. Moved on forwards. Casemiro. Matheus Cunha. It's a quick ball upfield. Well timed, excellent interception. Gonçalo Inácio. Gabriel. Rafinha. Always onto this. Matheus Cunha! Well, he caught that pure, but no end product. Pedro Neto played with finesse. João Cancelo. And it's played forward. Casemiro. Rafinha. Casemiro. Casemiro chooses to go cross-field. Decent progress down the left. That has been knocked clear.
Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
Tries a deft little ball. Vega can get it clear. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Referee's given a throw. Matheus Cunha. Vinicius Junior. Bruno Fernandes. João Neves. João Neves. Forwards and with intent. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Pedro Neto. João Neves. Nuno Mendes. João Felix. And here's Cristiano. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Well, he's kept it out. That's a great save. Brazil making another change here. Well, the referee's seen the board and he's going to allow a double change to go ahead now. Pedro Neto. Cristiano Ronaldo! That has faded wide. Gabriel, Bruno Guimaraes, that's really well manoeuvred. And here's Endrick. Casemiro. Matheus Cunha. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Brazil have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was stunning, scintillating. There was to be only one outcome. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Brazil never really got into this game. I think conceding early as they did seemed to completely undermine whatever had been put in place before they left that